Hey, you! Stop right there. I need ID.
Sir, is there a problem?
You can't wear a military costume in public.
This isn't a costume. I'm active duty.
Yeah, you look like a kid playing soldier.
I can show you my military ID.
No, I'm done listening. Turn around. Hands behind your back.
Officer, you're making a serious mistake.
Oh yeah, I make the rules here.
Officer Davis had no idea what he just walked into. In the next 12 minutes, his badge would be suspended, his department would issue a public apology, and a Pentagon liaison would personally drive to the precinct. The kid in a costume was Petty Officer First Class James Carter, a decorated Navy SEAL with 3 combat deployments. Carter had just returned from a classified operation in the Middle East. At 24 years old, he'd already completed SEAL training in the top 5% of his class. He earned a Navy Cross for valor under fire. He served on missions briefed directly to the Joint Chiefs. His costume included a Trident insignia. Fewer than 2,500 active servicemen in the entire U.S. military are allowed to wear it. And the body camera footage was capturing everything, including the military ID. Carter tried to present 4 times before being handcuffed. Before I continue, let me ask you, have you ever been judged unfairly because of how you look? Drop your answer in the comments. But Officer Davis had no idea who he was handcuffing. Petty Officer First Class James Michael Carter, 24 years old, active duty Navy SEAL, SEAL Team 3, based at Naval Amphibious Base Coronado in San Diego. Carter enlisted at 18, straight out of high school in rural Montana. He completed basic underwater demolition SEAL training at 19. He graduated in the top 5% of Class 347. Only 23 of 142 candidates finished training. He earned his Trident insignia at 20 years old. He had 3 combat deployments over 5 years. First deployment at age 20, counterterrorism operations in Afghanistan, 8 months. Second deployment at age 22, hostage rescue mission in East Africa, 6 months. Third deployment at age 23 to 24, classified Middle East operation, 10 months. He just finished. His decorations, Navy Cross, the second highest military decoration for valor, Bronze Star with Valor Device, Purple Heart. He was wounded in action in 2023, Combat Action Ribbon, Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, 3 awards, qualified in Advanced Tactical Operations, Halo and HAHO parachuting, combat diving. Carter's last mission involved direct action against high-value terrorist targets. He'd been in firefights where he saved 3 teammates' lives. The Trident on his uniform represented 18 months of the hardest military training on Earth. Only 1% of Navy personnel ever earn the right to wear it. He just returned stateside 72 hours earlier. The VA appointment was for mental health counseling and physical therapy. He was 15 minutes early. Officer Marcus Davis had been a cop for exactly 6 months and 4 days, 26 years old, patrol officer, San Diego Police Department, North District, badge number 4721, hire date October 12, 2023. Academy graduation, bottom third of his class, ranked 47 out of 62, previous job, security guard at shopping mall for 3 years. He failed police academy twice before passing on his 3rd attempt. Field training evaluations said he was adequate but overly aggressive in confrontations. No military background, no understanding of military protocol. 12 civilian complaints in 6 months. The department average is 2 per year. Every incident involved Davis questioning someone's credentials or authority. Pattern: aggressive stops of young men, particularly minorities and people with alternative appearances. Previous incidents: Incident 1, November 2023, stopped Latino teenager with authentic designer clothing, accused him of theft. Teen was the son of a city council member. Written warning issued. Incident 2, January 2024, questioned young black woman in parking lot, demanded proof she owned her Mercedes. She was a doctor at the nearby hospital. Complaint filed. No action taken. Incident 3, March 2024. Detained skateboarding teenager wearing expensive sneakers, accused him of stealing them. Shoes were a gift from his deceased father. Family threatened a lawsuit. Supervisor notes: Officer Davis struggles with implicit bias training. Peers nicknamed him Deputy Doubt behind his back. He'd been counseled twice about respect and de-escalation. Davis was insecure about his own authority and youth. He compensated by overasserting power. He saw military personnel as guys who couldn't make it as real cops. He'd been rejected by the Marine Corps at age 18 for failing the fitness test. Let me know in the comments, have you ever met someone like Officer Davis? Tuesday, April 16, 2024, 9:42 a.m., 73 degrees, clear skies, VA San Diego Healthcare System, 3350 La Jolla Village Drive, main entrance parking lot, Section B. Mid-morning shift change at the hospital, about 40 vehicles in the lot, 15 to 20 people walking to and from the entrance, landscaping crew working near the entrance, 3 workers, smell of fresh-cut grass and ocean breeze, sounds, traffic on the I-5 overpass, helicopter in the distance, birdsong. James Carter walking from his Ford F-150, Section B Row 4, Colonel Richard Patterson, retired, 6. 2-year-old Marine, arriving for a cardiology appointment, parked 3 spaces from Carter, Dr. Sarah Mendez, VA psychiatrist, arriving for her shift, witnessed from the entrance, landscaping crew, Miguel Santos, foreman, 2 assistants, 4 other veterans walking to the entrance, various ages, 2 nurses, on smoke break near the side entrance. Carter's appearance, Navy working uniform type III name tape, Carter, rank insignia, Petty Officer First Class, left chest, Navy SEAL Trident, 7 rows of ribbons, unit patch, Naval Special Warfare Command, carrying a small backpack with medical paperwork, demeanor, calm, tired, slight limp from recent injury, walking pace, slow, deliberate, shrapnel wound in left leg still healing. Officer Davis arrives, 9:43 a.m., patrol car 247 turns into the parking lot. Davis sees Carter from 50 yards away, his eyes lock on the uniform, the ribbons, the trident. Carter looks too young, too casual. Davis makes a U-turn, parks blocking the pedestrian walkway. Body camera activates automatically as he exits the vehicle. If stories like this matter to you, hit subscribe. Davis approaches quickly, hand near weapon. Carter notices, stops walking, turns calmly, distance between them, 8 feet. Colonel Patterson nearby, slows his walk, watches Davis's opening line. Sir, I need to see ID. You can't wear a military costume in public. Carter calmly, this isn't a costume, officer. I'm Petty Officer Carter. I'm on medical leave. Davis, hush, sure you are. Looks him up and down. You look about 18, those ribbons, those aren't real. Carter reaching slowly for pocket. I have my military ID right here, and my orders. Davis, hand goes to weapon. Don't reach, keep your hands where I can see them. Carter freezes, hands up, voice still calm. Okay, my ID is in my right cargo pocket, may I get it? Davis, slowly. Carter retrieves ID card, extends it. Davis takes it, barely glances. This could be fake. Where'd you buy this? Some surplus store. Carter, deep breath. Officer, that's a common access card. It has my photo, my rank, my service branch. Davis, I've seen stolen valor before. You look too young for those badges. What are you, a wannabe? Couldn't hack real military. Carter, jaw tightens, voice stays even. I'm not going to argue with you. Call the base. Naval Amphibious Base Coronado. They'll confirm. Davis interrupts. I don't need to call anyone. I know a fake when I see one. Carter, then I'd like to speak to your supervisor. Davis, you'll speak to whoever I tell you to speak to. Right now, you're impersonating military personnel. That's a federal crime. You're looking at jail time. Carter, I understand you're doing your job, but I'm telling you, you're making a mistake. Davis, the only mistake here is you thinking you could walk around in a costume with fake medals and nobody would notice. Colonel Patterson steps forward. Officer, I'm Colonel Richard Patterson, United States Marine Corps, retired. That young man is wearing an authentic uniform. I can verify. Davis whips around. Sir, step back. This doesn't concern you. Patterson, those are real decorations. That trident alone. Do you know what that means? Davis, I don't care about some fish pin. Stay back or you'll be detained too. Carter, Officer Davis, I'm trying to cooperate. I've shown you my ID. I've offered to have you call my command. What else can I do? Davis, you can stop lying. Stop pretending. You stolen valor guys make me sick. Real heroes die overseas and punks like you dress up and play soldier. Carter, voice cracks slightly, emotion breaking through. I lost 3 friends in Afghanistan, don't you dare. Davis, yeah, I'm sure you did. Turn around, hands behind your back. Carter, you're arresting me. Davis, you're being detained for impersonating military personnel. Turn around, now. Carter hesitates, looks at Colonel Patterson. Patterson, son, comply, this will be sorted out. Carter slowly turns, hands behind back. Davis roughly pulls out handcuffs. Carter winces, wound in wrist from combat injury. Davis tightens cuffs harder than necessary. Type justice in the comments if you think this is wrong. Dr. Mendez runs over. Officer, I'm a doctor here. That's one of my patients. He's a Navy SEAL. Davis, ma'am, step back. Miguel filming on phone. This is wrong, man. He's got real ID. Davis, put that phone away. Miguel, I know my rights. I'm on public property. Another veteran, 60s, Army cap. You're making a huge mistake, officer. Davis pushes Carter toward the patrol car. Carter stumbles, leg injury, nearly falls. Davis, stop resisting. Carter, I'm not resisting, I'm injured. Davis pushes harder. Carter's face against the car hood. Body camera captures everything. The force, the witnesses, the protests. Colonel Patterson pulls out phone. Speed dials. This is Colonel Patterson. I need the duty officer at Naval Base Coronado. Emergency, priority 1, walk. SOA to make call while watching Davis. Now here's what happened next. Colonel Patterson wasn't just any retired Marine. He was former deputy commander of Marine Corps Forces Pacific. And the call he just made went directly to a captain who had personal cell numbers of people at the Pentagon. 10 minutes later, Carter sits handcuffed in the back seat, Davis in front, running Carter's ID through the system. Computer returns, classified, military inquiry, contact Naval Personnel Command. Davis stares at screen, confused, tries again, same message. Radio crackles. Unit 247, what's your location? Davis, VA Hospital, La Jolla Village. I've got a detainee, possible stolen valor. Dispatch, copy, standby. Witness documentation happening. Miguel Santos. Full video from handcuffing to car, 3 minutes 47 seconds. Dr. Mendez. Photos plus video from different angle, 2 minutes 12 seconds. VA security. 3 camera angles, full audio, body camera, everything from Davis's perspective. Colonel Patterson. Photos of Carter's ID, uniform details. 12 minutes in, the call, Davis's radio. Unit 247, patch in to command. You've got Base Coronado on the line. Davis, Base Coronado, why? Voice on radio, Captain Morrison. Officer Davis, this is Captain James Morrison, Naval Special Warfare Command. You have detained one of my personnel. Petty Officer Carter is an active duty Navy SEAL on authorized medical leave. Release him immediately. Davis, stammering, Sir, he looks too young. The uniform could be. Morrison, officer, I don't have time for this. That SEAL has a higher security clearance than you, me, and probably your chief combined. His last mission is classified at top secret level. Release him, now. Davis, I need to verify. Morrison, 2 of my masters at arms are coming with his service record. My legal officer is 6 minutes out. If Petty Officer Carter misses his medical appointment because of this, you'll explain to Naval Special Warfare Command why you detained a decorated combat veteran. Do you understand? Davis's face goes pale, looks back at Carter through the cage. Carter sits calmly, eyes closed, breathing deeply, PTSD coping technique. Davis's hand trembles as he reaches for the door handle. 15 minutes in, Navy arrives, 2 official Navy vehicles pull in, 1 base security, 1 legal, 3 personnel exit. Lieutenant Commander Sarah Hayes, JAG officer, in service khakis, Master at Arms First Class Johnson, Navy Police. Master at Arms Second Class Rivera, Navy Police. Hayes approaches Davis's vehicle, credentials out. Officer Davis, I'm Lieutenant Commander Hayes, legal officer for Naval Base Coronado. Please release Petty Officer Carter immediately. Davis opens back door. Ma'am, I was just. Hayes, save it, release him. Davis unlocks cuffs. Carter steps out, rubs wrists, visible marks from too tight cuffs. Navy personnel immediately surround him protectively. Johnson does quick medical check. Carter, I'm fine, just want to make my appointment. But wait, there's more to this. Hayes, officer, I need your body camera footage. Davis, that's police property, you need a warrant. Hayes, under federal law, I have authority to investigate incidents involving active duty personnel. The footage, please. Colonel Patterson approaches Hayes. Commander, I'm retired Colonel Patterson, USMC. I witnessed the entire incident. Officer Davis was verbally aggressive, physically rough, and dismissed multiple attempts to verify Petty Officer Carter's identity. I have photos and video. Dr. Mendez, I'm Dr. Sarah Mendez, staff psychiatrist. Petty Officer Carter is my patient. He has documented PTSD and recent combat trauma. This detention could trigger severe psychological harm. I also have video. Sergeant Linda Martinez, Davis's supervisor, arrives 22 minutes after the initial detention. 15-year veteran, immediately sees Navy personnel, witnesses filming, Davis looking panicked. Martinez, Officer Davis, what the hell happened? Hayes presents the briefing, body camera footage, requested formally through Sergeant, witness videos, 3 angles, witness statements, written, Carter's service record, unclassified portions, timeline of events with timestamps. Body camera review, key moments. Timestamp 9:43:18 Davis, you can't wear a military costume in public. Timestamp 9:43:52. Carter offers ID, Davis barely looks. Timestamp 9:45:31 Davis, couldn't hack real military. Timestamp 9:46:09. Colonel Patterson identifies himself. Davis dismisses. Timestamp 9:47:22 Davis, stop pretending, you stolen valor guys make me sick. Timestamp 9:48:11 handcuffs applied, excessive force visible. Carter winces. Timestamp 9:48:55 multiple witnesses state Carter is real SEAL. Davis ignores all. Sergeant Martinez's face goes from confused to horrified. Davis, Sarge, he looked too young. How was I supposed to know? Martinez, he showed you military ID 4 times on this footage. Davis, it could have been fake. Stolen valor is a real crime. Martinez, so is unlawful detention, so is excessive force, so is ignoring witnesses and refusing to verify. The claims versus reality. Claim 1, the uniform looked fake. Reality, Navy confirmed authentic uniform, correct patches, proper wear. Trident insignia alone requires 18 months training plus qualification board. Claim 2, he was too young for those decorations. Reality, Carter earned Navy Cross at 23 during hostage rescue operation, youngest SEAL in his class. Age is not grounds for detention. Claim 3, I was protecting against stolen valor. Reality. Stolen Valor Act requires intent to defraud, claim benefits, seek employment. Carter was walking to a medical appointment, no fraud elements present. Sergeant Martinez's phone rings. It's Captain Reynolds, SDPD. Martinez, I just got a call from a commander at Navy Region Southwest, who got a call from Naval Special Warfare Command, who got a call from someone at the Pentagon. What is happening at the VA? Martinez looks at Davis. Sir, Officer Davis detained an active duty Navy SEAL on stolen valor suspicion despite valid military ID, multiple witness verification, and command confirmation. Phone goes silent for 5 seconds. Reynolds, get Davis back to the station. Now, put him on administrative leave immediately. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Formal actions taken on scene by Navy. Hayes, official incident report filed with Navy JAG. Copy to Naval Special Warfare Command. Copy to Navy Region Southwest. Copy to Pentagon, Office of the Judge Advocate General. Formal complaint to San Diego PD Internal Affairs. Request for all body camera, dispatch audio, and incident reports. By SDPD, Martinez. Officer Davis relieved of duty immediately. Duty weapon and badge secured. Transport back to precinct in supervisor vehicle, not patrol car. Start internal affairs investigation. Notify watch commander and captain. Preserve all evidence. Body camera, dispatch logs, witness info. Immediate aftermath. Carter, inside VA, sees the doctor 40 minutes late. Shaking, elevated heart rate, flashbacks triggered. The doctor documents psychological harm in medical record. Appointment extended from 30 minutes to 90 minutes. Increased PTSD counseling sessions prescribed. This moment of care from the doctor was exactly what Carter needed after such trauma. If you want to see more stories of accountability, hit that subscribe button. Miguel Santos uploads TikTok while still on scene. Navy SEAL gets arrested for wearing his uniform. Hashtag stolen valor. Hashtag Navy SEAL. Hashtag cop watch. Initial upload, 0 views. 30 minutes later, 2,400 views. Shared to military TikTok communities. First comments, what the heck? Is this real? Please tell me this is fake. 1 hour 15 minutes later, 47,000 views. Reddit post on r/military. Cop arrests Navy SEAL outside VA hospital. Reddit post on r/bad_cop_no_donut. Twitter pickup begins via military veterans accounts. 3 hours later, 380,000 views on TikTok. Dr. Mendez posts her video angle on Twitter. I watched SDPD detain my patient, a decorated Navy SEAL with PTSD, for fake uniform. This is what happens to our veterans. Local news alert. Fox 5, San Diego breaking news banner. 5 hours 30 minutes later, 1.2 million views on TikTok. Colonel Patterson gives interview to San Diego Union Tribune. Story published online. Navy SEAL detained by SDPD officer who questioned uniform authenticity. Evening news cycle. 6 hours later, 3.4 million views across all platforms. Local TV coverage. Fox 5 San Diego, lead story. CBS 8 San Diego, NBC 7 San Diego, KPBS in-depth segment. By midnight, 12.3 million views across all platforms. National news pickup. CNN online story. Fox News opinion segment scheduled. MSNBC mentioned in evening broadcast. Military Times full investigation article. Task and purpose. Veteran news site. Detailed breakdown. Top comments. TikTok. He has a Navy Cross and the cop called him a punk. I'm sick. 89,000 likes. That SEAL showed more restraint in handcuffs than the cop did with a badge. 76,000 likes. Twitter. Petty Officer Carter survived combat in 3 war zones. He shouldn't have to survive San Diego PD. 124,000 likes. San Diego Police Department statement. 6:00 p.m. We are aware of an incident involving one of our officers and an active duty service member. The officer has been placed on administrative leave pending a thorough investigation by Internal Affairs. We are cooperating fully with naval authorities. This story was shared millions of times. Share it if you think others should see this. What do you think about how fast this spread? Let me know in the comments. 3 days later, April 19, 2024, Carter's decision. After talking with Navy JAG and private attorney, he decides to file a federal civil rights lawsuit. Goals, accountability, policy change, precedent, not primarily about money, about preventing future incidents. The lawsuit. Filed, James Michael Carter vs. City of San Diego, Marcus J. Davis, San Diego Police Department, U.S. District Court, Southern District of California, date filed. April 19, 2024, attorney, Marcus Webb, Civil Rights Law Group, veteran-owned firm. Claims, unlawful detention without probable cause, Fourth Amendment violation, unreasonable seizure, California Civil Code, interference with civil rights by threat or violence, negligent hiring, training, supervision against City of San Diego, intentional infliction of emotional distress, battery for excessive force during handcuffing. Discovery phase, what came out? Internal Affairs investigation findings. Davis had 12 civilian complaints in 6 months. Department average, 2 complaints per year. 3 complaints were similar, questioning credentials or authority of young people. Field training officer recommended extended probation. Overruled by sergeant. Failed implicit bias training twice. Psych evaluation flagged authority compensation issues. Ignored. Pattern of conduct. Previous incidents detailed. November 18, 2023, stopped Carlos Martinez, 17, Latino teenager, accused him of wearing stolen designer jacket. Teenager was son of city council member. Written warning issued, no further action. January 9, 2024, questioned Dr. Aisha Johnson, 28, black female physician, parking lot of hospital where she works, demanded proof she owned her Mercedes-Benz. Complaint filed with SDPD and ACLU, marked unfounded by supervisor. March 22, 2024, detained Timothy Wade, 16, white teenager, accused him of stealing Nike sneakers, retail $350, shoes were gift from deceased father who died in military service, family threatened lawsuit, SDPD settled quietly, $15,000. Settlement included non-disclosure agreement, family couldn't speak publicly. This incident was never told to Davis's chain of command. SDPD Internal Affairs conclusion. May 10, 2024, findings, sustained unlawful detention, sustained excessive force during handcuffing, sustained failure to verify identification, sustained discourtesy and unprofessional conduct, sustained insubordination for ignoring dispatcher advice to verify, recommendation, termination, Chief of Police recommends termination, Civil Service Commission hearing scheduled, Officers Union challenges termination. Settlement negotiations. June 2024, City's initial offer, $75,000 settlement, no admission of wrongdoing, standard non-disclosure agreement. Carter's counter, refuses non-disclosure agreement. Other veterans need to know, demands policy changes, not just money, proceeds toward trial. Wait until you hear what they actually paid. City's revised offer. August 2024, financial settlement, $350,000 total, $250,000 compensatory damages, $75,000 punitive damages, $25,000 attorney fees and costs. Non-financial terms, the real victory, mandatory training, all SDPD officers, 4-hour military ID and veteran interaction course, developed with Navy and Marine Corps veteran advisors, annual refresher required, covers military ID types, rank structure, decoration recognition, PTSD awareness. Policy changes, new policy 5.17, verification of military personnel. Officers must contact military base before detaining service member. Stolen valor requires evidence of fraud intent, not just wearing uniform. Supervisors must approve any military-related detention. Accountability measures. Civilian complaint patterns trigger automatic review at 3 complaints per 6 months. Field training officer recommendations cannot be overruled without chief approval. Body camera footage in military-related incidents automatically sent to nearest military legal office. Public accountability. SDPD issues public apology, read by chief at press conference. Settlement terms public, no non-disclosure agreement. Annual report on military-related complaints. Davis's personal consequences. Professional, terminated. July 15, 2024. Civil Service Commission upheld termination 4-1. Badge 4721 permanently retired. Post-certification flagged. Police officer standards and training, effectively unhireable as law enforcement in California. Financial, legal fees, $18,000. Union covered some, he paid rest. Lost income, $65,000 per year salary plus benefits. Cannot find law enforcement work elsewhere. Background checks reveal viral incident. Social, current employment, security guard at warehouse. Same job as before police academy, moved out of San Diego due to harassment. Do you think the settlement was fair? Comment below. August 22, 2024, press conference. Carter standing with Attorney Marcus Webb and Lieutenant Commander Hayes. I didn't file this lawsuit for money. I filed it because what happened to me happens to veterans every day, and most of them don't have a Navy legal team and a viral video to back them up. I'm a Navy SEAL. I've been trained to handle stress, combat, and threats, but when Officer Davis handcuffed me outside the VA hospital where I was seeking help for PTSD, something broke. I felt powerless. I felt invisible. I felt like my service, my friends who died, my wounds, my sacrifices meant nothing. If that can happen to me, what happens to the 19-year-old Marine who just got back from deployment? Or the Army veteran who's homeless and wearing parts of their old uniform because it's all they have? Or the Air Force spouse trying to use their dependent ID? This settlement isn't about punishing one cop. It's about changing a system that doesn't recognize or respect military service until it's convenient. It's about training and policies and accountability. I'm grateful to the city of San Diego for agreeing to these changes. I'm grateful to the witnesses who spoke up. I'm grateful to Colonel Patterson and Dr. Mendez and everyone who said this is wrong. And to other veterans, you are seen, your service matters, and you deserve respect, not because of your rank or your ribbons, but because you're human beings who served your country. The legal case was settled. Officer Davis's career was over, but the money and the policies weren't what mattered most to James Carter. 4 months after that parking lot detention, he received a letter, and it would make everything worthwhile. September 2024, Department of Veterans Affairs, Office of the Secretary, letter to Carter. Your incident came to our attention through multiple channels, including congressional inquiry. We believe your experience represents broader challenges facing veterans accessing care. We invite you to serve on the newly formed Veterans Dignity and Access Task Force. California law enforcement changed statewide. Senate Bill 847, Military Service Member Protection Act, introduced October 2024. Peace officers must complete military cultural training. Stolen valor investigations require supervisory approval plus evidence of fraud intent. Body camera footage involving service members automatically reviewed by Veteran Affairs Liaison. Passed Senate 32-7, Assembly 64-13. Signed into law January 2025. This unexpected turn showed how one incident sparked real reform. So let me ask you, do we actually respect veterans, or do we just respect the idea of veterans? Because respecting someone means believing them when they show you their credentials. It means listening when they speak. It means not making them prove their service to a 6-month rookie cop who couldn't pass the police academy twice. Do we want accountability, or do we just want viral videos? Officer Davis was fired. Good. But what about the sergeant who ignored his warnings? What about the system that let him get 12 complaints in 6 months? What about the previous settlements that were buried? Firing one cop is easy. Fixing the system is hard. Which one are we willing to fight for? Do we believe that rank and ribbons and medals should be required for human dignity? Because here's the thing. James Carter is a Navy SEAL with a Navy Cross. He had the Navy legal team, the Pentagon, the media, and millions of supporters. He still got handcuffed and humiliated. So what happens to the private who just finished basic training? What happens to the veteran who's homeless? What happens to the service member who doesn't have a viral video? Because if we don't reform how law enforcement treats veterans, if we don't require training and accountability, then we're just waiting for the next Marcus Davis, the next James Carter, the next parking lot confrontation. Comment below if you believe police should verify military status before detaining service members. If you think stories like this matter, hit that subscribe button. We are going to keep exposing these stories. We're going to keep demanding better. This isn't just about one cop or one SEAL. It's about all of us. See you in the next one.